Some days in real estate revolve around schedules, site visits, and decisions that need to be made quickly. And then there are days that slow everything down. Days that remind you that in this business, above all, it's about long-term vision. Today is one of those days. The morning begins in Tirana. The city is slowly coming to life, traffic building gradually. While the capital wakes up, we are already on the road, leaving behind the familiar rhythm of the city. Today, we are accompanying a new client. For him, this journey is about discovery. For us, it's about sharing perspective, context, and belief. As we drive north, the road itself becomes part of the story. A route that only a few months ago felt narrower, less defined, still in transition. Today, it feels different, smoother, wider, more deliberate. These speak volumes about how fast Albania is moving forward, how quickly investment, planning, and ambition are aligning. As we approach Shëngjin, the landscape begins to soften. The mountains gradually give way to open space, and the presence of the sea becomes unmistakable. The air feels lighter, the horizon wider. There is a natural sense of openness here, and transition from the moment to arrival, this is where the rhythm changes. The road curves gently upward, and then the view opens fully, an uninterrupted horizon where the sea meets the sky. Calm, expansive, timeless. It's December, yet the sun is shining brightly, warm and clear, almost symbolic, as if the future unfolding in front of us is just as bright. When we arrive at the site, the atmosphere shifts again. The sound of machinery fills the air, excavators shape the landing, foundations being carefully opened. This is where the vision begins to translate into form, where ideas move from drawings and conversations into physical reality. There is a sense of purpose in the activity, measured, precise, intentional. This project has been conceived as more than a development. It is a designed landmark, a destination that will redefine the stretch of Albania's coastline. Thoughtfully integrated into the natural slope of the hill, the architecture follows the terrain rather than imposing itself on it. The design balances the contemporary lines with the raw beauty of the Adriatic landscape, creating a seamless dialogue between build space and nature. At its core, the project brings together luxury hospitality and private living. A 5-star hotel, exclusive residences, carefully curated lifestyle spaces, and direct access to both the hillside and the sea. Every element has been planned to maximize light, privacy, and views. Even at this early stage, the ambition is evident, not only in scale, but in intention. We turn our attention to our client. There is a visible excitement in his face, paired with a natural sense of hesitation. Standing on an active construction site can be challenging. It requires imagination. It requires trust. It's not always easy to replace concrete, machinery, raw land with a finished vision in your mind. But here, the location itself does much of the work. Positioned at the highest point of the hill, the project overlooks everything: the coastline, the surrounding landscape, and the open sea beyond. From this vantage point, it becomes easier to understand the vision, to see how this place will soon transform into one of Albania's most sought-after destinations. We begin to discuss one of the project's most exceptional offerings, a penthouse designed to fully embrace its perspective, a residence defined by space, light, and privacy. Expansive terraces opening towards the sea, interior shaped around the experience of the view. A home where architecture frames nature rather than competing with it. After taking the vision from above, we begin our descent down the hill, this time on foot. The progress on site is evident. Fast, focused, and disciplined. There is a clear sense that momentum is building. We know that soon this journey will be experienced differently, by lift moving seamlessly from the heights of the hill down towards the beachfront. As we walk, the atmosphere softens. Tall trees line the path, forming a natural corridor that brings a sense of calm and privacy. The late afternoon sun filters through the branches, casting long, warm shadows across the ground. Light moves gently through the landscape, creating a feeling of balance between nature and development, between stillness and progress. We reach the beach just as the sun begins to set. The space opens wide, sand, trees, and sea stretching out before us. The sky slowly transforms into deep shades of orange and gold, reflecting softly on the water's surface. It's the kind of moment that naturally slows time, one that invites reflection, one that asks you to imagine this is not a destination, but a way of living. Standing there, our team and our client, there is a shared silence. There it stands, already full of purpose, not just a project in progress, but a future taking shape. And today was not simply a day in life. It was a reflection of where Albania is heading and of the role we are proud to play in shaping what comes next. It was a feeling, and it's one we'll carry with us long after the sun has set.